Okay, so 4 years ago, I was on a reality TV show called Extreme Weight Loss. And over the course of a year, I lost 114 pounds with a starting weight of 262 pounds and an ending finale weight of 148. There was no magic pill. Successful weight loss is based off of 80% food plan and diet, 20% exercise, and proper rest, at least 7 to 8 hours, and water. Water so that you can stay hydrated and also quench your thirst, because sometimes you feel like you're hungry and you're actually just thirsty. So the program was actually divided into 4 quarters. And so the very first 3 months, I was given the weight loss goal to lose 65 pounds in 3 months by the end of boot camp. And the boot camp was held in Denver, Colorado at the Anschutz Health and Wellness Center. And the goal that I was given was to lose 65 pounds. And at the time that I was given that goal, I was also diagnosed with prediabetes. By the end of boot camp, I had actually lost 67 pounds and reversed the diagnosis of diabetes. As far as my plan itself, I actually worked using a food plan of carb cycling, and I got proper rest, and I drank about a gallon of water a day. And the program itself was a wonderful experience. It was a great blessing, and it also has proven to be life-changing as well as life-saving, and because of what's happened over the last 9 months. So with the program itself, it was held at Anschutz Health and Wellness Center in Denver, Colorado for the 3-month boot camp. And then after that, I came home to continue on my life. So you may ask what actually happened over the last 9 months. But before I even get to that, on October the 6th of 2018, this year, I was asked to speak at a sister-to-sister breast cancer awareness walkathon and give my testimony about my experience on extreme weight loss. However, when I went to go give the speech, I got extremely overwhelmed by the power of the families and the women that were there that had survived from breast cancer, and also paired with the raw testimony and transparency of what my speech was going to entail. So therefore, I became overwhelmed and I was unable to complete my speech. So one of the things that I wanted to do was to have my speech recorded so that the entire speech could be at least viewed by people if they wanted to be able to hear my story. And hopefully with God's will, it would be something that would bless them and take my test and turn it into a testimony. And so with that, as I said, you may ask what happened 9 months ago. Well, 9 months ago, I experienced an ischemic stroke. An ischemic stroke is where oxygen and nutrients are cut off to your brain, and mine occurred on the right-hand side, so therefore it gave me left-sided weakness. Although I was very blessed in the fact that after my stroke, and once I had been discovered, I actually, by the paramedics and fire and rescues who discovered me, I was able to stand up and able to walk and to speak and walk down the stairs from my house, down the stairs to, with the paramedics, to a gurney, and then they took me to the hospital. The doctors actually said that from my experience and the dietary changes and the exercise that I had been doing, that it actually helped with my stroke recovery. So fitness is very important in all of our lives. The program itself was also one that, as I said, was life-changing, but it also, the stroke itself was caused by atrial fibrillation. Atrial fibrillation is also known as a-fib, and a-fib actually is an irregular heartbeat or a rapid heartbeat. And the a-fib, I actually learned that not only from what it caused with the stroke, it also put me at risk for periodontal disease and also for cancer, which is also another reason why it got me so emotional during the time that I was beginning my speech. I go through physical therapy at least once a week for my left arm weakness to regain strength. And then I also have recently, about 6 weeks ago, been accepted into a program with TWU, the Texas Women's University Stroke Center. So I was accepted into a program with Texas Women's University, and they were instrumental in helping me prepare for this speech. While I love all the clinicians, I really want to give a special thanks out to Caitlin for helping me with memory and clumping all of my ideas together so I could be able to recall these pieces of the speech, and also to Carissa for helping me with speech to help me get my breathing correct, and also so I don't sound like a robot and very flat without intonations. So I'm extremely thankful and grateful to them. Also through the program, I've been able to meet some wonderful stroke survivors, and so because I had never met anybody that had had a stroke before, other than the fact that my mother had had a stroke, but I never got a chance to speak to her after her stroke because she had a stroke and a heart attack on the same day and died 2 days later. So by meeting the people here at the Stroke Center, they have been very helpful to me because they can understand where I've come from and where I'm going and what my recovery and everything is like. And so they've become like family to me. And the group also has shown me and told me about some of their experiences. One of the people that I know has had a stroke. She was, every month would do a 5K, and after her last 5K, she was feeling fatigue and she was feeling weakness, and so she, later on that day, actually had a stroke. And another one of my stroke survivor peers, her name is Miss LaDonna, and she had had a stroke approximately a year ago, and she just recently was diagnosed with breast cancer. And so for the walk, the Sister to Sister walk, I actually dedicated my time in my walk to Miss LaDonna in prayers for her stroke, for her breast cancer recovery and survival. She actually had her surgery on the 9th of October. So in conclusion, actually with your journey on wellness or fitness, it's not something that ends once you've met your goals. It actually is something that continues on and on. You either have to maintain or allow your body to set into a set point so that you can stay consistent. I know that for me, I actually have personally, since my weight loss, have gained 30 pounds, but I'm working very hard to get back to where I was. And it's every day a journey, so I'm continuing on with that. Although with this left-sided weakness, it has had me to the point where it has definitely impacted my warrior yoga pose and also my jumping jacks. I'm not able to do them as on point as what I used to. But one thing that I don't and won't miss are burpees. I hate burpees. I don't know if anybody knows what that is, but that's an exercise that I will not miss. But I also know that for a fitness goal for myself, I want to get back to some level of weightlifting and boxing. That's something I really enjoy. And through the program as well, I had a person ask me recently, why were you not able to maintain your goals? Didn't they give you tools? And the answer is yes, of course they gave me tools. But it's one thing to know them intellectually and another thing to put them into practice. And I think I got a little too full of myself. I thought that I could just eat and be like my friends, but I couldn't. And so I'll just give you this tip. You cannot outwork a bad diet. And this is proof of it by the weight gain that I had. But the tips that I will give you are things that I'm reapplying into my life now. So hopefully it'll help someone else as well as they embark upon their fitness and weight loss goals. And those tips are that you need to make yourself a priority. You need to be honest with yourself and keep promises to yourself. You keep promises to everybody else, so make yourself a priority and keep promises to yourself as well. To make sure that you ask for help even if you don't think that you need it. So get accountability partner or partners. I personally have two. I have Nellie and Valerie, and they are instrumental in not only being an accountability partner and being honest with me, but they also help with food and meal prep, which is another tip, that if you do food and meal prep, you are prepared in any situation. So a key tip as well is if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And then the fourth tip that I would give to you is to find a fitness activity that's full body, that keeps you active and moving, and that you enjoy, and something that raises your heart rate in a safe manner. Remember, it's never too late to start a weight loss or a fitness goal, or set weight loss or fitness goals. And if you fall down, you didn't fail, you just need to get back up again and keep moving forward. And then lastly, every day is a gift, so it's a new opportunity.